This is one of the most famous archaeological sites in the world. But what if I told you that it was only discovered by accident? I'm talking about the Nazca Lines, those enormous drawings of animals, plants and geometric figures that are located in southern Peru. And while we know that these mysterious designs have been there for thousands of years, we don't know who made them or why. Hi everyone, I'm your host and you're watching this channel. These lines were first spotted in the 1920s by an aerial survey team looking at the Peruvian desert for a proposed railway line. When they flew their plane over the Nazca, they spotted an animal figure so large it must have been at least 100 feet long. This was surprising because the animal was too big to be mistaken for a natural rock formation. But at first, the surveyors assumed that the drawing had been made relatively recently. After all, it looked like someone had used a ruler and a compass to draw a perfect straight line down the middle of the animal's body. And when they drew connecting lines between two other figures, they noticed that the lines were parallel. They realized that they had stumbled upon something truly special, but they didn't realize just how special until 1946, when a copy of National Geographic magazine featuring the Nazca Lines ended up in the hands of one woman, Maria Reiche. For the next 4 decades, she devoted her entire life to studying the Nazca Lines. The theory that the lines were used as an astronomical calendar to keep track of time, seasons and the planets was particularly appealing. So she set out to prove it. Unfortunately, she died in 1998 without ever solving the mystery. But her passion for the Nazca Lines lives on through the work of scientists and researchers who continue to study these enigmatic figures today. With the help of modern satellites, we now know that there are at least 13,000 lines and 700 figures scattered across the Peruvian desert. But what do they mean? Are they an astronomical calendar, a religious ritual, or perhaps a way to communicate with the gods? The truth is we don't know. And that's what makes the Nazca Lines so fascinating. It would be easy to dismiss them as nothing more than random lines in the desert. But the fact is that these figures are so massive that they can only be seen from the air. It took hundreds of people thousands of hours to create them, and yet no one knows for sure why. Some experts believe that the Nazca people drew the lines as part of a religious ritual. Others think they were used as a calendar to track the movements of the stars, but no one knows for sure. What we do know is that the Nazca people were incredibly skilled mathematicians and astronomers. They had a sophisticated understanding of the cosmos and used this knowledge to create some of the most accurate astronomical calendars in the world. The Nazca created these amazing geoglyphs by first selecting a site and then using rocks and dirt to create the lines. They started at the center of the design and worked their way outward, carefully measuring each line to make sure it was perfectly straight. The process was painstaking and time-consuming, but the results were worth it. The Nazca people created some of the most beautiful and intricate designs in the world, but they also faced a major challenge. How do you draw a picture of something that is supposed to be 300 feet wide when you can't see more than a few feet in front of you? Without the benefit of modern tools like lasers and GPS, the Nazca people had to use a combination of geometry and trigonometry to accurately map out their designs. They would start by creating a series of perpendicular lines. Then they would use a simple tool called a cordel, which is a notched stick used for measuring distances. They would also use stakes and ropes to help them keep the lines straight. But even with these tools, it would have been incredibly difficult to draw the Nazca Lines. The slightest mistake would have been magnified hundreds or even thousands of times. And there are a lot of mistakes. The lines aren't straight and the figures aren't perfect, but considering the difficulty of the task, it's amazing that they were able to create anything at all. One of the most incredible aspects of the Nazca Lines is the fact that they were created without the benefit of aerial perspective. The Nazca people had no way of knowing what the finished product would look like once it was completed. They could only imagine what it might look like from afar. Considering the precision required to create such a massive design, it's hard to imagine how anyone could have done it without the aid of modern technology. But the Nazca people did it. They created some of the most amazing works of art in the world without the benefit of any advanced technology. In the coming years, researchers hope to use artificial intelligence to analyze the patterns in the geoglyph lines. They hope to find previously unknown figures and learn more about the culture that created them. Who knows what secrets the Nazca Lines are hiding? But one thing is for sure. These mysterious drawings will continue to fascinate scientists and stargazers for centuries to come. Whether you believe that the Nazca Lines were created by a highly advanced alien civilization, or you think they were simply the work of a bunch of hippies who like to draw pictures of monkeys in the dirt, there's no denying that they're an impressive feat of engineering and mathematics. Maybe they were just a fun way for the Nazis to express themselves, a giant doodle in the sky, or maybe they were trying to send a message to the gods. Whatever the reason, the Nazca Lines are a reminder of just how much we don't know about the world. There are still so many mysteries out there that we haven't solved, so many secrets that have been lost to time. It's up to us to explore and discover. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. We've got lots of other great stuff coming up.